What is up, my friend? I hope you're truly doing great today, as always. Today's video is about thinking functionally. Check it out. The other day I was reminded of when I was much younger, living in my mom's basement. I had totally failed in just about everything that I was working on in life. And I would have, posters set up that were motivational and inspirational for me to keep going and to keep creating ideas. You see, at that time, I was an idea magnet. My brain functioned as a manufacturer of ideas. I could come up with the best ideas. Matter of fact, one of them was before even tripods for cell phones came out. I had that idea. I said, one day we won't use cameras anymore. Our cameras are going to be built into our phones, and we're going to need tripods that hold our phones. People said the idea was stupid. The point was this: I never took action on the idea, and you can find that product in just about every store in the world. I wanted to do this video because ideas will only get you so far. You could be an idea manufacturer. You could have books of ideas. Matter of fact, I used to write them in my little spiral notebooks, all my ideas, like sitting this thick. I had stacks of them. Many ideas would come and go through my mind, and it felt like I was connected to the ether of whatever that creation process was. The problem ends up being, with many of us, is that we'll come up with some cool ideas. We might write them down, we might remember them, but we don't develop them into fully functional ideas, something that could actually be brought into this world from the non-physical place into the physical world, right? So the process was always idea, write it down, nothing would happen. Or I might even develop on an idea, get distracted, and go do something else. And now, today, we have so many different distractions with television and social media, whatever's going on in the news, whatever's popular. So the development process often stops, and we don't get to solidify our ideas that are actually fully developed. And then we get stuck there. Have you ever had this problem? I have. I used to come up with great ideas. I would write them down. I would always think they were the best, and nothing would ever happen. I would get stuck right there, and then unfortunately, I would either forget the idea, lose the book, or just be sort of stuck. And I wanted to do this video because we have to think about our ideas in a functional way. We have to think functionally. So anytime we have an idea, you see, we have to be able to create something, fully develop it, and solidify it. And sometimes that means jumping from doing that to taking action. What actions are you taking on your ideas, or are they just floating around in your head? You know, Les Brown does this video about getting unstuck, and one of his specials, he talks about the graveyard is the best place that is full of beautiful ideas. And it's a sad idea, right, to think about, that most of us will take our ideas to the grave because we don't fully develop them, and we don't solidify them, and we get stuck, and we don't take action. So the process that I've been on is going from that whole creation process to actually taking action. So I do one thing that will lead me towards the completion of that goal. And it doesn't matter what it is, but it could be making a phone call and having someone hold me accountable to it. It could be researching how to develop that idea. Whatever it is, I do one thing. After the idea process, the development process, solidify process, getting stuck, getting unstuck is taking action on one thing that I can do to make that idea real or possible. The next part is planning. How do I plan out? How do I get this thing from A to Z? And that always goes from going A to B, and then from B to C, from C to D. Now, a lot of us get stuck because we don't think about our planning process. So when you spend a little bit of time and energy, because the idea is going to come in an instant, but the planning part of it is going to take some time. It could take a day, it could take a week, take a month or a year. However long it takes, plan it out. The next step I've found that's been helpful for me is execution. And execution usually doesn't happen without teamwork. So figure out who around you can help you with your idea. Who can take your idea from A to B, and from B to C, and from C to D? What are the processes that you need? Is it photos? Is it a website? Is it a video? Is it product placement? Is it connection to the person who runs this place or that place? So think about execution. How are you going to get from A to B, C, D, and who's going to be your team along the way? We all need a team in life. Some of us wear all the hats in our business, and that will only get us so far. Once we get a result from our efforts and our work, our idea, development, solidify, stuck, unstuck, taking actions, planning, executing, and getting our team to help us along the way, we have to do what's called as a results analysis. We look at all the results that all of our efforts together have made, and maybe sometimes the outcome is exactly what we want. Sometimes it's not exactly what we want. And we have to analyze and go, how could I have done this better? How can I redevelop this and go through that whole process again to make a better product, a better service, a better whatever it is. And so that's what's helped me along the way, and I wanted to share that with you because maybe you got stuck. Maybe you didn't take the action. Maybe you forgot the planning part. Maybe you didn't think about the team that can help you to get to the next level. Right? And maybe when you did all of those things, you didn't actually look at your full result and analyze it. Because the result analysis is so important for your developing of your ideas, they're not just going to be floating around your head, you're going to actually create them. That's the part that's going to get you to the next level on your new idea, the idea that comes out tomorrow or the next day or the next week or next year or 10 years from now. Analyze your ideas and all your efforts. Think about your teamwork, think about your process, and you, my friend, will be well on your way. The other thing is to look at the benefits of your ideas and how you've created them, and then repeat the process. Go back to square one. Think of ideas, develop them, solidify them, get stuck, get unstuck, take action, plan it out, execute, get your team to do whatever you got to do, look at the result and analyze it. Look at the benefit, the values, and repeat. The benefit of all of this is to keep moving forward. It doesn't matter if you succeed or fail. What matters is that you keep moving forward, my friend. Your ideas are worth something as long as you can get them out of your head and into the real world. And that's what this is all about. I'm wishing you success in whatever it is you decide to do, but I hope that you take action today and get your action plan going and you have the results of your execution. Peace. Oh yeah, be sure to share, comment, and subscribe, like it. I really appreciate that. It helps me out quite a bit. So be sure to do that. You can do it right now. Just push the button.